What's up, brick builders? Today's build is the Bouquet of Roses. This is set number 10328-1. The year it came out was 2024. Age groups 18 plus, and it comes with a piece count of 822. Oh, blimey, Charlie. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to a Valentine build, or another build video on Valentine's Day. Yay! So what way to celebrate Valentine's Day with Bouquet of Roses? And there are a dozen roses in here, so you got 12 roses, which is superb. Four different, no, actually 3 different types, and there's 4 of each of those different. So yeah, wow. And you get also some baby's breath as well with it. So super cool. This looks fantastic in the vase, on display or anything like that. You could even make it into one of those like display arches that you've seen nowadays in the botanical stuff. This is a super cool set. It is an Icons botanical set. Yeah, that's why it's 18 plus, which is like the Icons. Let's dive in and build it, shall we? Oh, there's all our parts and pieces right there. Is that contrast up a little bit high? Probably. So we're going to put those aside, and we've got these guys here, and we have got some instructions. The instructions are available on lego.com. They're also available on rebrickable.com, because this is still a fairly new set, 2024, so a couple of years, that's all. So we're going to start off with a lime 2x2 brick, and then on the top we want plate special with the bar. We want 2 of those, so we're going to put 1 there and 1 there like that. And we're going to do 2 of these. Well, we're doing 4 of these side by side, so we're going to do that again with the bar. Yeah, and that one, and there are a lot of pieces to this. 822 pieces. That's a good amount of elements, but there's not that many different elements in this. So you got the bar. I've got a plate with a bar. Where are you? Can I have a plate with a bar? Hiding in plain sight somewhere. This is probably why people are going, this is why I sort things. It's very true, very true. Let's put those over there. They're not hiding anything. Plate with a bar. I mean, how hard... I was going to say, is it under that? How hard is it to hide a plate with a bar? Whoops. Oh, unless you're underneath a petal. Look at that. There we go. So we'll pop that on there like that. Now we're going to build... so this is going to be turned upside down later on. So we're going to build the upside down leaf. We got 2x2 dark green inverted curved brick. Look at that. They're very cool. And we got to build 2, 4, 6, 8 of these. So we want our plate and then a clip. So C-clip, dark green. It's going to go across there like that, because we're going to hold a bar going straight across it and not along it. So we're going to pop that in there like that. And like I say, it's going to hold the bar. So you're going to put those clips into that red bar like that. And that's how you're going to have your clips. So we're going to make 7 more of these. So 7 more. I need some plates with some clips. There we go. Plates with clips. And there we go. There's another one. And so what is technically, I should be out of these, because I think this is the only model that has these particular pieces. So what we got? We got two. I see two more, at least two more. Let's put those petals over there for now. It's kind of sorted itself, hasn't it? That's what I was saying earlier about that there isn't that many elements. That one, we've got one more, so we should have some more plates with clips somewhere. There's one. And plate with the clip. Well, they're actually tile special. Tile special. Alright, you've got circular bricks. There it is. Get off. Get off my land. Right, so then we're going to attach those to the bars just like that. Okay. So these ones. I actually broke one of the tiles with the tile special with the clip. And fortunately, it was when I was doing the pre-build. Actually, we got to do another one by looks things. It was during the pre-build, and I fortunately had a spare. Right, yes, we got one more there. That one there, and we want there. But don't ask me how I broke it though. Okay, so there we go. Kind of got this like little boat, and on top here we got a boat that needs a funnel. So we're going to build a funnel. So we're going to put two of these 2x2 dark green plates together, and we want 4 of those. So we're going to put 2 of those, 2 of those. Got more of these dark green plates because those are going to come in play very soon. And then we're going to put those on top of our little boat like that. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. Slightly turn, rotate. And next stage is to put the droid arms on. Yep, we got some droid arms. There you go. Roger, roger. And you're going to put them onto the bar, and they're going to go in between. So I don't know if you can see this very well. They're going to go, see the green clip there? They're going to go in between there on that, like that. So we got, there you go. So we do that. So I want some more dried arms. Yeah. It's like the drawer. It's like the boats have now got these little like sails or something. They're actually people's arms going, ah. The imagination. Okay, so that's all the droid arms. There we go. And then the next thing is the, I like to call it the spider web piece. Actually, no, it's the plates with the 2 clips, yeah, in green. So we got 1x2 plate special here with the 2 clips, C clips, and they're going to go just opposite the dark green piece and the bar. So that they can go that way, but you don't want them in where the arms are. You want them on the other side like that. So your arms are there and your clips are going to go there. And you want them back to back like that. So we're going to put those on next. Whoops, catch that piece. So I've taken the, oh no. I've taken the cardboard ridge away to stop pieces from falling off. So they go like that. So I had to try and catch that with my legs. That, and that, like that. And then now we want the spiderweb piece. Right, so we want 4 of these. So we've got 4 of those there. Those guys want to roll off, so. And then we want another 2x2 dark green plate. We want one on top and one on the bottom. See that? And then we're just going to pop that onto this green plate here. And these bars here, I don't know if you can see this. And these bars here are going to go into the droid arm clips. So it's kind of tricky to match up. We get one in, get nice satisfying click, kind of maneuver it a little bit, and it should go over the other clip, he says. It's not going. Why is it not going? There you go, like that. And then just push down firmly, and there you go. So they will clip in place, and then just fold these up. And that is the underneath of the rose. So we're going to do that again. So we want our circular plates, top, bottom, whoops, slowly rotate, put one side in, slightly manipulate, get the other side lined up, and it should, he says. It should. Oh no. Really not got that lined up properly. Get that off. Like that. Got to line the base up. There we go. That one in there. And then that one in there like that. So yeah, lining the base up is kind of important. So we want another one. So this should be the end of the dark green 2x2 circular plates on this rose as well. So line the base up. That's going to go in there, no problem. Put the arm in, push it down, lift that one up slightly. Ooh, that's lifted the whole it should work. There we go. One more time. Refilling. Dark green, dark green. All right, line it up. There we go. Where'd it go? There it is. And then get that arm in there like that. Oops. That one in there. Push down, clicks in place. There we go. Lovely. So the next stage is, that's not my instructions. Oh yeah. Okay, so got to put two of these together. So we're going to do 4 of those. Put those together. Take that. And then that. And then we're going to put on top, we got these dark bluish grey 1x2 standout bricks with the 2 studs on the front, 2 studs on the top, none on the sides or the back. You want them to go back to back smooth because you want the studs on the outside like that. And then we're going to tip it upside down, and then the dark bluish grey is going to go onto the lime brick, but you want the studs so that they're not the same as these curved bricks. You want to twist that around so it's the other way around. So they're the same as these ones with the green clips here. So we'll do that again. Standout bricks. And then standout bricks. And then that. And then last one with a standout brick. Like that. And then boom. All right, we're getting ready to go. Now we got the big piece, big pieces to go around. These really, really cool pieces here. And we're going to turn this the right way up. So you want the red at the top. So this is the like open rose piece. And then you're just going to attach this onto the sail brick like that. And then on these 4 studs here, we're going to put this wedge brick. You want the studs at the bottom near the leaf. You want the studs at the bottom near the leaf like that. There you go. And that is your complete rose type thing. So we're going to do those on this. So it's like that. And like that. And then like that. And like that. There we go. Do that again. Super, super cool. Whoops, little build. I say little build. It's actually quite a big build. Very cool. One more. And that there. That there. Those line up. Studs at the bottom near the leaf. Oops, too far. Is that too far there? Maybe that's... Yeah. Is that... Maybe I haven't put them up high enough. Yeah, they go down. There we go. My bad. They go... Oops. There we go. Drop those down. That one there. We need one more wedge brick like that. There we go. Next is the so where the dark green curved brick is, and these 2 studs just on those wedge bricks that we put in, we want to put in a right angle tile. So pop that on there like that, and you can see it kind of looks like the leaf that's folded over, which is really cool. That's really, really cool. Like that. There you go. So I'm going to do that on the rest of these. So these would have been like the 2x2 tiles, but they've been cut into triangle. Way to go to explaining, Sean. Like that. And it really... Oh, that was a bit live. It really brings the leaf to shape, which is really cool. Like that. And then one more. And the dark green really, really works with it. Right, that and that. Right, so now we got the green plate with the 2 clips. We want these little petal pieces that have the little bar on there. And that little bar is going to go into those 2 clips there. So it's like that. And that is your first complete rose head. Well, actually it's not, because we got to do these little leaves on the bottom here. But we'll put these petal pieces on first. Oh no, there goes my tile. So somebody's probably going, I'm waiting for it to fall apart. I'm waiting for it to fall apart because it fell apart on me. Probably. There we go. Right, clip that in place. There we go. Oh, there goes that tile. Oh no, it's not. It's that brick this time. There we go. And we got 2 more. Yeah, there you go. I just knocked that tile. There you go. Like there. Very cool part usage there for these petals. Okay, so now we're going to do the bottom leaf pieces, and that is going to be These plates here, the plates, 1x1 plate with a C-clip with the bar that would hold it across and not up. So what is that? That's vertical? No, horizontal. Horizontal versus vertical. So first of all, we got these 1x2 angled curved bricks, and we want to put all of these on here. It doesn't matter which one just yet, because all of them are going to go onto this plate. So we're going to get those plates, put the angle plates on there. Just going to put angle plates up there for now, out of the way. And then once we've got that done, we can look at which ones we need to place on the bottom. So it's a bit easier, this. I don't have to worry about it just yet. No worries. Right. Plate and clip. And the clip. And plate. And plate and clip. So there's quite a few of them, as you can see. There's 4. I mean, there's 2 different types on each rose bud. So you see, all the angles are not exactly the same. Right. So move those aside for now. That's all our stem pieces. So you can see we've got some angles going that way, which are all of those by the looks of things, and then we got one going the other way. See that? So got those, that one. There should be 8 of each. There you go, 8. Perfect. So now the next thing you want to do is we're going to clip them on the bottoms here, but you don't want them clipped underneath the petal. You want them clipped at an angle to it. If I can show you. So that bar there, that bar there, that bar there, and that bar there. So we're going to mark the first one, and it's going to go like that. If it's the right, let's see if it's the right angle to use. That is correct, yes. Okay, so that one goes opposite like that. And then these 2 will go opposite that. Like that. Boop. Oop. Didn't quite make the clip there. So again, you want it in between the petal and the leaf, and you want the longest piece at the top there, and then on the other side like that. And then we go next side. And it probably doesn't really matter because it's all going to look the same, isn't it? It's all going to look like the little leaves. Like that. And that. And get on there like that. They look effective. They really do look effective. And that dark green color for these is just fantastic. So it's like the bud petals, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. Lovely. Looks fantastic. And then all we got to do is just put some stems on. So you can see the effect that they have already, which is really, really quite cool. Okay, so for the stems, It is, I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8 long pieces per rose. So that's 8. And 4, there's 8. And it will be, was it be 7? 8. It will be 8 of the red bars as well. Is that 2? They're going everywhere. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2. Oh my gosh. And you get these. So these are the angle 3s. So they'll have a 3 in the bottom. I don't know if the light's going to catch that. Can it? Can it? It's close, isn't it? It's almost. There's a 3 just at the bottom there. And that's your angle. Oh, there you go. You can see it just slightly. That's your angle piece. And that's going to be the head. So we're going to pop a red Technic piece in there, and that is going to sit into the bottom of that plate, which is why we use that plate with the cross there. Fits perfectly in the axle. So we want angle piece on each one of those, and we want 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, and the rest of them should be thingy. The reason why I did that is because now I can just build without even thinking, because I've got them sorted in the way that how many stem pieces there are should be 8. Where's a curved brick? It's a curved brick there. It's probably a spare. So where is that? That's 1, 2, 3. Got 1 missing there. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. There we go. And that's our stem. We want axle. And then it just goes in the bottom there, like so. And that's our first completed rose. Yay! So moving along. So again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we want axle. And then we want stem. It goes into there. Boom. Easy as pie. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 axle, number 3 angle, and then axle under the plate, pop, and they fit perfectly. They really, really do. Right, last one. So this is that contrast is way too high. I do apologize about that. Yeah, this actually is a family build, so you can have up to 3 people building these, because you can have well, you could probably have loads of people actually building, because you could have one building per rows. But ideally there's 3 books to this set, and so you can have at least 3 people working on building each piece, which is really, really cool. Each rose. Not sure if it was the first like family design set. I know that they did quite a few of those. All right, so that is our first 4 roses done. Boom. Yeah, get in there. So those are done. So we're going to put those out of the way. The next one is it's got like kind of leaves with it as well, which is kind of cool. So let's tip those out. This time the instructions say we're building the stems first. I say okay. We're going to be doing 4 again. So let's get these petal pieces out of the way. And we've got some wheel arches as well. So we'll move the wheel arches out of the way. This is going to be very, very clever part usage for these wheel arches. Really, really clever. You'll see, if you haven't done this before, it is super exciting how that happens. It really is. Let's get these petal pieces over there. So you get quite a lot of these pieces, which is amazing. And botanicals just have such a clever way of using your normal everyday parts. You can see, like, this is a wheel arch for a car or a truck. Right, we got spiderweb pieces, we got some leaf pieces. There's not many of those in this set. There's only 4. Is it 4? 2 to each. 2, 6. Why is there 6? This is 2. There should be. It should be 4. I would have thought. Huh? Oh, there's one hiding, and there's the other one, all covered over. Right, so yeah, 2 to each. Right, so first of all, we're going to start off with 3 long axles. So we want 4 of those. So there's 2, there's 4. Okay, we've got to put these petal pieces aside, these leaf pieces aside, just to give us a little bit of space. Building work area here. And in each axle, we're going to take one of these long pieces here, and we're going to just pop that into the top. And then we want this connector piece here with these 4 clips. There's 4 clips going around it, and it just sits kind of loose. And then we're going to put a 3 angle, because the only angle pieces that are with this particular botanical set is the 3 angle Technic arm piece. And then we're going to do 4 of those. So let's do this again. So we want our piece with the 4 clips, and then angle piece, axle in the top, like that. Piece with the 4 clips, and then we want our angle piece. Oops, throw the angle piece across the table, Sean. And then again, one more time. And then our piece with the 4 clips. So it's very, very handy pieces. Very handy pieces. And then our last angle piece sits on there like that. And we're going to put some thorns in. So we're going to have the thorn go into just one side. And with that, it's a reddish brown open stud 1x1 circular plate. You're going to put the small stud piece into that hole there like that. And then in this larger hole area, we've got dark red. See that? The dark red barb. And that is going to act as a thorn, which is kind of cool. That's very effective, to be fair. So we're going to do that again and give them loads of thorns. So it's a thorn on each one. Like that. That and there. And then we want dark red barb. A dark red barb. Ah, where's my dark red barbs gone? Do you know, they're all hiding. They don't want to be used. The thing is, they're hiding in plain sight. There we go, there's one. Like that. And then we want our circle plates. There's the last one. I think this is the last of the thorns in this particular rose model. And I need oh, there's a wheel arch there. I don't know how I missed that. There we go. Dark red. And you can see the color contrast between the dark red and the reddish brown is really, really good. Now we're going to put a 6 stud long axle. See, there's six stud long. And that is 6 studs. I've got this 4x6 plate here. And it just comes up to the end of that. You can see that there. It's literally the same length. So that's perfect. That is our 6 stud long. You can also match it up to your instructions as well. On the screen, it's not going to work so much, but we're going to pop that in the top, in the curved piece, like that. And then we want our, what looks like a ship's wheel or a crank wheel or a wheel you would see on a pork cutlass or something like that. And that's just going to go on there, on the axle. And then just to crown that off, we're going to put a dark pink. Yep. You get a dark pink Technic bushing on top. And we do that. So we're going to do that again on this one. So our 6 long axle. Then we want our cranky handle. Like that. And then we want our dark pink pushing. Put that on there. I think this is the only set that has the dark pink bushing. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a botanical thing now. There we go. One more. So that's our last. Oops, almost put that in the wrong one. That's our last 6 long axle. So we want our crank wheel. That's our last one of those. We've still got a few dark pink bushings. So there we go. It's kind of looking a little bit thorny. And my instructions are delayed. All right, so now we got this spider web piece. And this would be the one with the reinforced piece. You're going to put that on the top there so that the studs are up the top. And then we're going to put a lime Technic connector sleeve on the axle, like so. And then on top of that, we're going to put another dark pink bushing, like that. So we're going to do the same thing again. Got our spider web. Pop that down there. We want our lime sleeve and then the dark pink bushing. So again, spider web and lime sleeve and the dark pink bushing. One more time. Spider web, lime sleeve, and that looks like our last dark pink bushing. Now on the top here, we're going to have the top of the rose, and that is going to be a 2x2 red brick circular. We're going to put a 2x2 tile special with a hole in the middle. The hole is vital, and we're going to put that on there like that. So it's kind of like a what is that? That's kind of like a seat, a cushion, or you know, that kind of thing. But you got to turn it upside down, and you want the tile at the bottom, and then you're just going to relocate and push it into there like so, and that is the top of your rose. So we're going to do the same thing again for the others. Building it like this is a little bit easier, although you could have a bit of fun with building one at a time and then trying to replicate it if you can see if you can remember it. But yeah, for me this is easier to build all four at once. Now then, wheel arch time. This is so cool. We've got to do 4 of these per thingy, so basically it's all of them. So that's what we're going to do next. Put those aside for now, and it's going to be all the wheel arches. And we want our inverted 1x2 curved brick. This is in reddish brown, and you can see the open studs there. So we want the curved piece to our right. We want this lower piece, and that is going to be, well, actually we'll have a curved piece to the left. So have the curved piece to the left, and then we want the clip on that lower piece facing towards us. So it's kind of like that L shape, and then you're going to pop that underneath the wheel arch at the end there like that. So we're going to do a whole ton of those. So we're going to have the curved piece, clip facing us. Pardon me. Right, so curved piece, clip, wheel arch, and curved piece, clip facing us, and then pop that on the wheel arch, clip, where's our inverted curve, have the curve, there we go, and that on the end there like that. Yeah, there's 4 to each, so this will use up the pieces pretty well. And that there, and that there, and then what these do is just brilliant. The wheel arches just take on a totally different shape. It's absolutely fantastic. And curved plate with a clip, so you get a lot of plates with clips, a lot of curved pieces, you get a lot of wheel arches with this set. Oops, drop Lego like that. Some good clicks there. So like that, like that, just like that. So once again, let's do this a little bit closer so that you guys can see, because I'm going pretty fast. So the higher piece there, the curve, you want that in your left hand. Plate with the clip, you want the clip facing towards you or down, and that goes on the lower part like so. And then hold the clip, get your wheel arch, and just pop it on the end of the wheel arch. That's the only place it can go apart from the side here, but that's not where it's going. It's going opposite the wheel arch, like that. So let's get some more. We're almost done with these, so that's cool. It's repetitive, as you can see, but you know what? It's not it's not so repetitive that you're done. it's like, yep, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. So we've got 2 more to do. 1 more. Where's our plate inverted? Where's our plate curved? Don't tell me we've got a spare wheel arch. That ain't right. No, there's our plate with a clip. So where's our... There it is. There we go. Right. So pop that on there like so. And then what you do is they're just going to clip to the side of these clips like so. But you're going to go 1 and then another one there. So you're going to go opposite. So we've got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Did that go in? Yeah. And then 1 there and 1 there. And you want them upside down like that, because the magic is just about to happen. Right, so you see you got it kind of like that, and then just push them up and go anti-clockwise. See that? And then this one, you have to kind of lift this one out a little bit to get that one in, and then close. And look what that wheel arch does. It's the ends of the wheel arch. It's these rims here that make that petal look really, really good. Like it's just opening. Isn't that fantastic? Anyway, let's go and get these other ones done. So again, we're just going to put one side, and then another one opposite, and then we know where the others are going. And then anti-clockwise, slightly lift out the last one, and there you go. Oh, plate with clip, you come back. Like that. And that. And that. And that. Anti-clockwise. Just slightly leave that one out. And then push that. I love that. I absolutely love that. So clever. People, oops, that one went on the floor. I will pick that one up in a minute. I will pick that one up in a minute. Oh, and that one wants to go. Oh, that one went on the floor as well. Look at that. We cut to a commercial break. Right, we'll try that again. There we go. A little bit of maneuvering, and there's our roses done. So the next stage is so along here. So what's next is these, the crank wheels. These wheels here. So it's these pins or these bars here. Okay, this is important because on the instructions it does show it, but it's quite tricky to see. So we're going to get these oval pieces, dark red oval pieces here with the 2 holes, and then we're going to put those 2 together. And then on top, we want plates with clips, and we want the plates with clips so that you're going to hold a bar along it and not across it. Okay, like that. And we're going to do a whole ton of those now. So we'll get those ready. That's what all of these pieces will be for. So you can just go straight ahead and go ham at it. Get lined up. I'll just lay them on their sides, straighten them up. Like that, and that. Right. And then I was going to just build one of each rows and then show you just how that's done. But, you know, I thought if you build repetitively, it becomes muscle memory. And it's a little bit of an easier way if you're watching, following along, that kind of thing. You kind of get into the rhythm. It makes the video a little bit longer though, so I do apologize about that. The last botanical, I think the last botanical video that I did was the cherry blossoms. That was a while back. So put those together like that, like that. Whoops, that one didn't quite work. Like that. Squeeze them together. Got a few more left. Yeah. And that. Squeeze them together. Oh, you'll feel it right there. All right, looks like we've got 3 more to go. Two more. All right, 1 more. I see a plate with a clip there. And we want another one, which is there, like that. Squeeze them together. Right, these are going to be all our stems. You can see that. It's no curved pieces, though, because they're already there. So, yes, this is... So what we're going to do is we're going to take this... See this piece here? We're going to be concentrating on the right-hand side. Okay, so that right-hand hole there. See that hole there? That hole is going to go into that bar. So it's like that. See that? Then you go turn it around and there's just enough gap in there to do it again. Right hand hole. See that? So just keep going round like so. We'll do that again. Right hand side. Bar going into the right hand hole. All the way around. Like that. And it holds them in very securely. So it's quite actually it's good grammar, that, Sean. It's actually quite a good building technique, especially for botanicals, and it just really holds really well. 1 more. Push them all the way in. They don't click, but they do find their way home like that. There you go. Right. So the next piece is, I think it's the petals, and it is, yes. So it's these guys here, and they're just going to be, all 4 of them are going to go into these plates with the clips here. So yeah, very easy. See these 2 clips here? Those bars are going to go into the clips like so, and then just close it up. So easy peasy. It gets a little bit tricky when you've got a couple on there because you might start knocking them off. It's just kind of soft plastic that clips. There you go. That is superb, isn't it? Isn't that cool? I think this is amazing. The way they managed to achieve that is excellent. Right, anyway. So I wonder if it's easier doing it when they're down. Pro tip here. See if it's easier. Then you don't have to knock them off. Pro tip. Yeah, that's actually fairly easy. There you go. Okay. Rotate the other way around. There you go. Oops. So close them up anti-clockwise again, because you can see they kind of slightly overlap. So if you're closing them clockwise, so you go that one, then that one, it does kind of go almost, see? But clockwise, anti-clockwise, they kind of just overlap. Look at that. Brilliant. Another pro tip for you. Full of pro tips today. Right. That one there, that one there. That one there. There you go. Right, so then we just got the stems. Got that curved brick there. Just got the stems to do. And I think the stems are going to be exactly the same as what the others. They are 8 each. So 8 green long pieces each. So we're just going to go 2, 3, 6, 8. That's them. 2, 4, 6, 8. Just going to leave the red pins. 2, 4, 6, 8. And that's the rest. And so going to get the stem or the dark green piece, and then we're going to just go dark green, pin, dark green, pin. Am I borrowing from? Never mind. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Whoops. 5. 6. 7. Oops. 8. Pop it in underneath. Boom. Like that. So they could do the same thing. 2. 3. 4. 5. 7 there. 6. 7. 8. Do 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 do. Green, red, or dark green, red. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those in there. These aren't done yet because we've got these pieces here. Remember those plates with the clips there? Two. Whoops. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Because we have these little leaf pieces. Now, the way they show you in the instructions is it's just a smooth piece on the top, a put one there and one kind of opposite, or L shape, kind of L shaped sort of style. So that's kind of how the instructions are showing you to do it. The L shape. Very cool. Very cool. And these are like these are like cockpit canopy pieces. You would probably see these more in trans dark blue, light blue, trans clear. I think also you see them in black as well. There's our other roses. So that's 2 roses done. Now, are we on Baby's Breath next? I think we're on Baby's Breath next. Yes, we are. So Baby's Breath, we're going to have a little bit of a break from roses. We've got a lot of these white. I'm going to put these guys over. Oops, leaf fell off. Put these guys down there. I will find out which one that leaf fell off. There it is. I'm just going to put that one on the opposite side, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Baby's Breath. A lot of these white petal pieces. So here we have 4 of these guys. So we've got 4 and 4. So they are 4 Baby's Breaths as well. So 4. I'm just going to separate those because then it will make building a little bit faster, because this is kind of sorting. MC will be very proud. 4 and 4, and then we want 4 of these guys as well. So there's 4, kind of leaving us with a few bits left. And want 2 more of those. Right. And then we've got 3 of these each. But this is what we're going to make first, is a whole bunch of these. So we got these are such a cool color, sand green. I love the color of this. So we got the sand green leaves, and we got 2 of those. We're going to overlap those onto the base piece. So if you're looking at it like a tree, there's your base there, there's your top of your tree. You want to put the 2 bases together like that at a slight right angle sort of thing. And then we're going to put these prong pieces, one in there, and then one on each end there like that. But before we do that, we're going to fill the prong pieces. Now there's 6 prongs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means we've got to put 6 of these on each of these particular things. So we're just going to do that first, and that is going to be quite time consuming. So feel free to fast forward video here, because this is very repetitive for this particular piece, but it really does look good. It really does. So we're going to use all of these pieces up. So that's what we're going to do now, is just work through these guys here like this. And yeah, it's not a very difficult build. I do love Botanical. I think it's gonna almost probably be my second favorite theme. Because I mean, Lego creator theme is probably my second favorite theme. And if everybody knows me, everybody knows that Classic Space 1970s Classic Space is my all-time favorite theme, because that was my first Lego set theme that I got, and my first ever Lego set was the Galaxy Explorer 928 1979. I was 9 years old. Was I 9 or 10? I think I was 9 or 10 years old when I got that. That was my first ever Lego set, and it was epic. And so it holds a very, very big place in my heart. Look at that. We're getting through these. We're getting through these. It's not too bad. But yeah, a lot of stuff with this. And I was pre-building this earlier on to make sure that I got all the parts, which I'm glad I did, because one, I broke the tile with a clip, as I said earlier. And two, I was one piece missing and I couldn't find it for love nor money. And while I was piecing this together, I found it in my bag of parts. So that was my fault. So you just push these on as far as they can go. They do have a little stopper at the end of the stem, the prong there, to stop them from going too far down. So just push them on. Just push them on. There we go. Got a few more left to do. But yeah, Botanical, I think, going to be my second all-time favorite theme, I think, because of the part usage. More than anything else is the way that they've, just recolor normal parts, everyday parts, and use them for something different. I mean, like those wheel arches, obviously those are red, so you can have red car wheel arches, but what a fantastic way of using the parts, really. And we've got extended lightsabers here, and then we've got these bars with the stopper, which we've seen a lot in various different sets, and these are going to be used as the stems. And those lightsaber pieces are actually going to be a little bit of detail to the texture of the baby's breath stem, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to pop that on there. 4 more to go. So it's probably going to be the longest video that Sean's ever recorded. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I have built this set live. So I have done a live stream with this set, which was cool. But I feel that also needs a build video, because when I was building live, I was just building. I wasn't showing you how it was done. So a build video to go along with how it's done back in the day. You never know when you've been watching this. And maybe the video will help you guys out. Like the cherry blossom one has helped out quite a few people. So that's fantastic. And this will be a super awesome little set for Valentine's. So that's why we're getting it on Valentine's Day. It is currently still available, which is nice. And it's actually at a fairly decent price as well. So there we go. There's our baby breath flowers done. Now we're going to set up our leaves. Like I say, we're going to do the right angles like that. Whoops. Bases to bases, like so. And then we're going to put one in there, in the base, in the middle, and then one on each side, on the end. And that kind of gives you that really cool L-shape arrangement. Like, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So we're going to put those in there, like that. Those in there. Whoops. At the end, or the top of the tree. There we go. And then go keep that in a good rhythm. Like that. Like that. And last one, the base, and then the top of the tree, like so. Now then, to do the stems, you've got 4 bars, 4 long bars, and 4 lightsabers. You're going to take the lightsaber first, and then you're going to take the bar, and you put the longest part into the end of the lightsaber, like so. So you've got the stopper at the top, and then again a lightsaber, and then bar with stopper at the top. And that just adds the aesthetic knobbly piece or style or look of Baby Breath's stem, like that. And then we're going to pop this piece in to the middle of where it's overlapped. We're going to push that up as far as it will go. Oops. Oops. Sean. Too far. Let's try do that again. There we go. Push that in. There we go. Like that. And that's our first Baby Breath done. So again, 4 bars, lightsaber first, long piece of the bar into the lightsaber, then a lightsaber on top of that, then a long piece, a lightsaber. It's a lightsaber hilt. Long piece, lightsaber hilt, long piece, and then gently put it in there like that. Lightsaber, long piece, lightsaber. Where are you all going to? Long piece, lightsaber, long piece, lightsaber, long piece, into the piece where it's joining them both together. There we go. Last one, lightsaber, long piece, lightsaber, long piece with stopper at the top. Look, like that. And these are sand green as well. Again, it's really nice colour. Sand green, sand blue. I like those colours. Like that. And then pop that in there like that. That's another thing about botanicals. There's our baby's breath. Look at that. Yay. Looks pretty cool. And the finale, the last hurdle. The last different style rose. Well, we got 2 different big pieces here, so we're going to separate those. We got the wheel arches, and then we got these piece. They look like armor pieces, but I can't see them being armor pieces somehow. They could be large buildable. I don't know, but there's quite a few of those. Then we got the wheel arch piece, large buildable. I'm going to call that a large buildable. And then we've got whips. We've got minifigure whips in here as well, which is nice. Put those over there like that. Wheel arch piece. I'm just going to get those separate, because then it will make things a little bit easier to see. MC's like, yes, yes, he's sorting, yes. Then we got 4 of these dark green pieces. We're going to put those over there. It's got 4 of these as well. And then there's 4 of these. And there's actually 4 of these as well. 4 whips. So what we really need, and we've got 4 cones as well, and these are magenta cones. What we really would like, what I would like to see is black roses. That would be cool. We're missing a magenta cone somewhere. Where are you, magenta cone? It will probably pop up somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's a magenta cone. And so we've got a wheel arch there as well. So this is the last rose piece. And this would be book 3. Where's book 3? Did I just close book 3? Oops. Just give me a second, folks. I may have downloaded book 3 twice. Or book 2 twice and called it book 3. Oh, it is. It's the one with baby's breath. Okay. Right. So we have 4 of these angled pieces as well. So get those out of the way. So 4 of these angled pieces. Where's the other angled pieces? There's 1, 3, there's 4. Could start off with one of those. Then we want a 5 stud long grey or light bluish grey axle piece. So put those in there like that. If you can. Sean's struggling like. It's probably his hands are just almost dead. There we go. And then the next piece is a thorn. So we're going to put, again, it's going to be the reddish brown open stud single circular plate. Go put the narrow piece in, and then we want a dark red thorn. So it's the same as the last ones, like that. So pop that in there like that. Dark red barb. I really do like that color contrast. I really do. Makes that dark red barb stand out really, really nicely. There we go. And then another reddish brown, and then we want a barb. This is where the half of the videos now is going to be searching for the barb. Or we could just carry on. There it is. I mean, there's not much pieces left. Come on. So then we're going to crown that with these dark green pieces. So you're going to turn the dark green piece over so the studs are up, because you're going to lock the studs in place. So, and then let's see if we can progress there. We can do this piece here with the 4 prongs, and you're going to rotate it, and you're going to find where it sits on those studs. And then you've got these 2x2 bricks. Now this brick special with slots going down each side. Okay, and you go pop that on there. It's going to find where it's going to sit, and then you just push it down into those studs. And then we're going to crown that with our magenta comb, like that. So we're just going to do that with the others. So again, we want that upside down so that the bars, the studs are up. Then we want this sand green piece, turn it, pop that in there, lock that in place. And there's our magenta thing. Like that. Turn it, there we go. Push that in place. That thorn's just fallen out. Oh, and then we want to crown it. Of course we do. Looks like a missile, doesn't it? Where's the other one? There it is. No, bouncing Lego, bouncing Lego, bouncing Lego hype. Like that. And like, oh, like that. Push that down and crown it. Boom. There we go. Next stage is the whip. So here's our whip. It's minifig whip that's curled. Really, really cool. Nice little element. And they use a red one, which is absolutely superb for this. And we need a tile special with the clip on the top, C-clip. And you're going to clip. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this properly, but I'm going to try and show you. See the very end of the whip there? That piece there. That piece is going to clip into that clip there. So you go push underneath and just push it in there like that, and you can see it's in place. And that's what you want to do with all the whips. So we're going to do that next. Whip it good. So there's another one. Very, very clever piece usage or part usage in this whip. It's so, so clever. And again, that's why I'm thinking that Botanical is probably going to be my favorite. It's going to have a hard time beating Classic Space, but I mean, and that's all just because of nostalgia. Really, it is. That is all it is. Right, so we're going to do the wheel arch pieces next. So we got our wheel arch piece, and we want our 2x2 plate special here with stud on the front, stud on the top. Then it's a drop down. You're going to put the wheel arch piece into that drop down like so. And then we're going to lock those two pieces together with a dark red 2x2 plate. Just like that on top. And then with wheel arch up the top there, we want a 1x2 curved brick, red, and you want that on the left-hand side. Okay, so that's exactly what we're doing next. Then we're going to, on these two studs here, now this is important. Not like my pre-build where I pre-built this without putting these on. It's important to put this black 1x2 oval plate on these red studs here like that. So that is your complete object there. So we're going to do all of those, and there's a lot. So plate special, dark red plate. We want a curved brick going off to the left, and then on the underneath there, we're going to give it some boots. I'm going to call that boots. Yeah, there's going to be boots. Okay. Wheel arch. Oh, that one's got its curved brick on there already. That's interesting. Dark red plate, and then some boots. Boom. Wheel arch. Plate special. 2x2 dark red. Curved brick going to the left, and some boots. Wheel arch, plate special, lock that in place with our dark red plate, 1x2 curved brick, and some boots. And you should have stem pieces left over, and that's it. Do that. Lock it in place. Oops, that didn't lock in place, Sean. What's going on there? There you go. 1x2 curved brick to the left and some boots. Wheel arch, plate special, lock it in place. Curved brick to the left and some boots. Wheel arch, plate special, lock it in place with dark red. Curved 1x2 brick going to the left and some boots. Wheel arch, plate special, lock it in place. Curved brick that went on the floor. Did it go on the floor? No, it didn't. Did it? That didn't go on the floor. Wow. How many pieces are on there? Table. Gosh. Should have that cardboard piece that catches things again. To the left. And some boots. There's that. So I've got wheel arch. Plate special. Lock it in place. 1x2 curved brick. And some boots. Wheel arch. Plate special. Lock it in place. Curved brick to the left. And some boots. Wheel arch. Plate special. Lock it in place. Curved brick to the left. Some boots. Wheel arch. Plate special. Lock it in place. 1x2 curve to the left. And some boots. We've got 3 left. Real arch, plate special, lock it in place, 1x2 curved brick, and some boots. Wheel arch, plate special, whoops, lock it in place, 1x2 curved brick, get it in there, there we go, and some boots. Where's some boots? I need some boots. There we go, boots. Boop. Last one. Yay! Lock it in place. Oops. Curved brick, 1x2 to the left, and some boots. And all you should have left is your axle pieces, your dark green stem pieces. That's it. Now then, we're going to put this together, and it's really, really cool. So these sand green bars here, see these sand green bars here. Now, that's what these boots are for. See the boots, they kind of give that depth a little bit more, because if you have the boot off, it's not really going to sit on there an awful lot. I mean, it's okay, it will sit, but it will crumble every time you try and build it. And that's what was happening to me in my pre-build, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I had all these pieces missing, left over, and I was like, oh, so they actually just add depth, and you can see it goes in nicely, and it's a lot more of a solid hold. So there we go. Now then, what I will recommend is putting these chaps on first. Okay, so this circular piece there is going to go on this red or dark red plate, and you want the widest piece at the bottom here. That is going to be the bottom of the rose. That's going to be the top of the rose. We've seen this being used before, so we're going to pop that on there like that. There we go. Okay, and then you can just attach that like that. A little bit easier, just a little bit easier. I mean, you probably could just do this, but I think for the most part it will start falling apart, especially when you get to the last one. So I'm going to put all these on there first. I'm going to armor these up. Hopefully this will work. Put these like that. And yet this video would have been a little bit, well, it would have been a lot shorter, quicker, if I had just shown you how to build one of each rose. But like I say, you get to see the whole process, and then it all becomes muscle memory anyway. If I show you one, oops, that's the wrong way, Sean. Real arch and wide piece, yeah, there we go. Like that. Super, super cool pieces. And the colours in the botanical sets as well are amazing. There we go. Right, and then we want the whip pieces in there as well. So the whip pieces are going to go on top of your magenta cone piece, like that. And you can see what the whip's doing is it's just doing an incredible job of detail right there. That is so, so cool. So I'm going to put all those whips in first. Whip it good. Still look like rockets or some sort of weapon. There we go. And then we're just going to dress it up. So again, this little pin here, you're going to go the right hole, the right hand side hole, just like you did with the other set. It gets a little bit more trickier than when you got and it just pops straight off. So maybe it is easier to just do with all of them on. So right hand hole, like so, push it in. There we go. And that's one. How cool is that? That is so cool. Right. Hopefully it won't fall apart. Maybe go the other way around, Sean. Might be a little bit easier. Pro tip. We'll see in a minute. Oh yeah, going the other way around is easier, definitely. So going anti-clockwise. So again, you got the right hand hole though. Is going to go that bar like that. Yes. Look at this. Cooking on gas. Like that. Like that. Like that. There we go. And oops. Boom. Now all we got to do is the stems, and I think again it's the rule of 8. It might be 7. Let's see. Oh, it's 10. 10 in total for each. So there should be 40 of these. Huh. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you get quite a few of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I'm just going to roll with these ones. So green, then red, and just rinse and repeat. So green, red, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't look like enough. 6, 7, 8, and 1 short. 9. Okay. Put that in there like that. Nothing else goes in there. 1. Oh, well, maybe I didn't count the one I was holding, was I? 2, 3. Whoops. Oh. 4, 5. Oops. Red. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boop. Yep, that's definitely longer. 1, 2, 3. I might have pieced it together a little bit wrong. Might be one piece missing. I know where it'll be. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, ha! Dope. There we go. Last one. Let's go. Last one. Hype. This is what? Hour and 30? It's taken me an hour and 30 to build these. That's it's not bad. It's not bad. Especially while talking you guys through it as well. So I mean, I think that's pretty good. If I wasn't talking and showing through, I'd probably be able to do this in, should we say 50 minutes? Just less than an hour, maybe? Boop. Boop. And there we go. That is your... Wow, look at that lot. That is a lot. That is a big bang for your buck right there. That really is big bang for your buck. Was it that 822 pieces? Super, super, super cool. And it makes an absolutely fantastic display. Let's see if I can find a jar that I can put them in. Just get. You can actually get these brick built vase that you can put these in. So if I put the baby's breath in last, so put these guys. Actually, we're gonna put those in. Put the taller ones in. The 10s. Sean, the trophy hunter. No, Sean, the flower arranger. And put those in like that. Yes, Sean, like that. And then we want the ones with the leaves on the outside, I think, so that they show that good leafy goodness. We'll see how good this is in a minute. Or not. Get in there. Get in there. Turn your leaf around. There you go. All right, so that's the roses in. And just put baby's breath in. The top. Like that. Look at that. That is so cool. That is so cool. Maybe we should put a little bit, spread it around a bit, I think. Come on, find a home. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. That looks all right, doesn't it? I think that looks all right. Got that. Oh no, we lost the head. Lost the head. There you go. Try to bring this rose up. Yeah, buddy. Wow. Isn't that cool? Look at this. Look, look. You get an epic, epic, epic Lego set. This is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Love this. That is going to take pride on our shelf over there for a little while before it's a commandeered. I don't know what it's going to be commandeered for yet, though. It might not be. It might stay there for a while. Folks, if you enjoyed this lengthy video, I'm sorry about that, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you have probably learned something from it as well, and I hope that it's actually helped you. Please, you know what to do. I will catch you in the next one. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Happy Valentine Day, folks, and also great for Mother's Day as well, or just great in general. Get yourself a botanical set, folks. I'm Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Peace.